Right, so we're all back on. So let's just go for the, just a minute. And it's time for a Sunday steamer. Let's go all the way. Oh, hello everybody, it's Mr. Methane here, the world's only performing flatulist, and this is a special edition. This is called Sunday Steamer because well, it's a day of rest Sunday, so I'll just tell you about this. I've got this, it's rather good. It's a limited edition Wilesco traction engine, Old Smokey. It's red, not many were made in red. These were made, I believe, for I think Massey Ferguson. And it's a German model. It's a live steam model, and we've just been doing a bit of work on it. I just come here and I'll show you what I've been doing since I've got it. The regulator was stuck. You know, you can get a lot of scale in the water, so wherever it's been, there's been a lot of scale. So I've had to loosen the regulator, and also there should have been like a red sort of lever on it like that, like there is on the whistle there, but unfortunately it's broken off. So I've been in my box of nuts. You see, you can never actually look here. Let me show you. There's my box of nuts. You can't beat having a good box full of nuts and bits and bobs. So when you take things to pieces, just chuck them in the box, and then you've got lots of little bits of stuff that you never know when you need. So in this case, I've used a very thin bolt and a nut to create a new regulator. So we've got the regulator fixed. That's one problem. Then we had the problem of this axle being too wide, and it's excuse me a minute. Oh, that's better. What was happening is he was slipping out of gear. There's like a clutch here and a gear mechanism, which, you know, you've got your drive coming from your piston, your cylinder here. What I found out is the firebox had been crushed in on one side. I took the wheels off and I pulled the firebox out, and that brought it all back in line, if that makes any sense. But I've still got an ongoing problem, and this is, I've just knocked the clutch out on here, and if you can see that, can you see how wonky that wheel is? And I guess what's happened is when the firebox was crushed in on the side, the actual axle was bent as well. So what we're going to do now is we're going to remove the wheels, and we're going to put on, we've got some new axles here, which have come from a company called CW. What are they called? Let's have a look. Let's open them up. They're a much better axle because they've got a much better end on them cap. Ooh. See, oh, well, we're not having much luck here. I should have had my shredded wheat this morning. Oh, excuse me a minute. Happy birthday to oh, happy birthday to you. I had to get that out of my system. It's we can get them out of here. We can put them on, and oh, for God's sake, at least they're well packed, I suppose. They're from CJW Steam Limited, and that's in East Sussex. So if you need any Wilesco axles, you need to go to cjwsteam.com. Yes, very. They seem to have a lot of other things. As we move on with this, I think what we'll do is I'm going to put some road tyres. You can get actual traction engine road tyres, solid rubber tyres, because it doesn't run so well on tarmac without those. So I think we'll get some of those. But if we can get these on now, what we can do is we can get ready for steaming, because that's fixed. I had a problem with the whistle. I had to put a new washer on the whistle. Like I said, fix the fact. So we're pretty much, we're going to get some solid fuel tablets, and we're going to go for a steaming in the garage. Yes, or the garage, whichever way you want to say it. So let's get these on board, and then we'll get it all back together, and we'll be in business. Yes. Shit. Oh, right. So we've done the front. Oh, that's better. We've done the front. There was a bit of play there in the front, so we've had to put a few washers on. I'm just getting on the back, because you can see that how these unscrew. They're well made, very well made, much better than the old axles, which are just like, they've got these pull out sort of clips that go on the end, and they look more like a traditional traction engine would look, actually, which is a good thing. Now, I can't remember what goes on first. I think this goes on, and then it's like this sleeve. Oh, it's gone on there, and then I think we put the washer on and we feed it through. Get through there, and there's a washer here, but we don't want that to come off. Oh yeah, lovely. Oh, there you go. That's good. Now you can see the clutch mechanism. Now we've got this drive here. I'm a bit wondering where the actual I can't remember where the actual, there's a there it is. Yeah, got it. I just got to, no, what we have to do is we have to put it under there, like that, to get this on. And we have to push this out of here, like that collar. And hopefully it'll go on. That's it. And then we push the collar in. And, there, now. Hopefully, if we can put this on here, like that. It stay there, boy. There. And that's quite nice, actually. There's not too much of play there, you see. It's going to be quite tight. We can maybe source a little washer to put on there. I found some washers, but they're not actually. I did have one earlier. I can maybe wait for the fine tuning later on, but that looks good. Never throw anything away. No, it's too small. Too small. I did have one here a little while. Where did I put them? I had two washers around here earlier. Anyone know where they've gone? Let's just put it on and we'll worry about that. It's quite important to have this tight though, because of this mechanism coming in. I think we've put that on wrong. You see, yeah, I think we've put that on wrong. Yeah, we have put it on wrong anyway. So it's back to the drawing board. I think this must push off there. And that comes, no, come on. Oh dear. Here we go. Let's pull you back there. And now, maybe after all this does go on this side. No, that wouldn't make sense, would it? Because it wouldn't work. Well, these things were sent to triers. Oh, shit. Let me see. No, that's not right either. I did this so easily the other day. It was ridiculously easy. I don't know what's gone wrong. Unless it goes in this area here. No, it doesn't. You can't do. maybe that's it. In fact, that's it. We've got it. Yes, we've worked it out. Let's get the wheel on. You see what happens with this is it engages up here with a much smaller cog. You can't actually, it's to get it round the back and show you that would be, I think it would require expertise in camera work that we don't possess. But basically there's a very small cog there. This flywheel has a small cog drives to big cog, and then big cog has small cog in middle, drives to this. And what this clutch mechanism does is it just pushes it out of gear so that you can run this in a stationary mode, you see, like that. It's a lovely, let's take a look at this before we put things back on, because if I just move it round there and that's better. If you're ever aware of Mamod engines, I've always had Mamods before, which have an oscillating cylinder. These Wilescos have this lovely double acting cylinder, non-oscillating, which is much better. With the Mamod, you only get power in one direction, and then as the cylinder oscillates, the rest of the stroke coming back to here is an exhaust stroke. So you need momentum and you're getting no power. Where with a double acting cylinder and the valve gear at the back here operating like a slide valve in there, it means that on both strokes you're getting power, because as the as the piston's being pushed that way by the steam, this other side is exhausting. So it's something like, if you imagine that's the piston, let's get from there, going along, and so there's steam behind it, but it's pushing out the steam in front of it. The valve gear changes the valve ports, and then you get the steam pushing from this end, and it's exhausting at this side. So you're getting a power stroke all the time, whereas your Mamods, you're only getting, with the oscillating cylinder Mamods, you're only getting it on a power stroke, and then it has to do an exhaust stroke. So I've always wanted a Wilesco to just check out the power. The other thing is this gear mechanism, because Mamods drive through a belt here onto your wheel. So there's a gearing mechanism, but it's not as low geared, and also the belt can slip, you know. There's a lot of oil with steam, so you know, we haven't got sealed bearings on these things, so you tend to drop a lot of oil into them, and so that's why. Oh, that's something I found as well. You oil the valve gear through here, and it was missing its little screw. So again, from your box of nuts, always keep a box of old nuts and bolts and screws. I've managed to source the right thread, and we've got that together. So let's see if we can get the wheel on. You see the clutch mechanism there that goes onto the wheel, and yeah, that's the right side. You can see where it's been when you've been knocking it out of gear. It's been occasionally. Let's just get this on here, and ooh. Oh, I'm touching cloth, I think. Whoa. Mind you, it is Sunday, and Sunday's a religious day, so you can't beat touching cloth. And right, let's get this on. We've got the sleeve on there, so this on here. Yeah, there's enough room there. We can get that on. We might find a washer later. See how it's going. Really, we're getting to the stage now where what we want to do, we've got to. Let's see how it works. I think we're going to need, possibly, we're going to need. That's going in and out. Yeah. Yeah. Right. So we're all back on. So let's just go for the. Just a minute. goodness. Oh, let's go for the... Oh. Oh dear. Obviously, isn't the axle. It's the wheel itself. If anyone's watching this who's got a spare Wilesco wheel, I might have to buy one, I think. Even that's a bit off, but obviously when this was all bent, well, you know, I found that bending on the firebox is obviously just need to keep it out of gear. There's some distortion going on to the actual wheel itself. Because I can't see that the body... If anyone's got any ideas about that and we're barking up the wrong tree or farting up the wrong tree, let me know. But I think it's the wheel itself that's buckled. So if you've got a spare Wilesco wheel, otherwise I think we're going to be ringing up. Well, we don't ring people up now, do we? You know, the only ringing that goes on around here is the ring from my ring. I think we're going to have to go to cjwsteam.com and get ourselves a Wilesco traction engine wheel for Old Smokey by the looks of it. But I still think we can go for a steam. So listen, what I'm going to do is I'm going to get on the internet, I'm going to order a few tablets and we'll oh, let's put his chimney back on. There we go. And we'll be getting Old Smokey going around the garage very, very soon. So all I can say to you is join me soon for another episode of Sunday Steamer, when we'll be getting the Wilesco actually in steam. Oh, it's going to be a ripper. Can I move now?